Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook. I hope you all had a great 4th of July. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I achieved some major financial dreams and how you can do it too. And it's not as impossible as you may think. So without further ado, why don't we get to it? So guys, when I first got into this space, I knew hardly a thing at all. In fact, how Judy and I actually got into crypto was by happenstance. So during the lockdown that we all experienced in 2020, I was working as a federal officer. And I knew that they were coming out with all of this stimulus. And one thing on my mind was, good gravy train, I'm going to lose my purchasing power when all this stuff gets inflated. So I went out, started looking for gold and silver as a traditional means of securing the purchasing power. And guys, I could not find any. In fact, I only found one dealer that had 17 ounces of silver, which at the time I think was $12 or $15, so not very much at all. And Judy was at home. She happened to be watching YouTube, and this guy comes on offering a course on blockchain. And so she decides, hey, look, why don't we do this? And I agreed, hey, let's get in on this. Now, of course, we knew about blockchain, but we knew absolutely nothing about the rest of this cryptocurrency space and how influential it was going to be in the future. But I did know enough to educate myself and put myself in a position where I could benefit from it. And guys, the more I found out, the more convinced I was that this was really the road to go. So Judy and I, at the time, we started dollar cost averaging in. And we started with Bitcoin, then went Ethereum, then we went with XRP. And it was XRP that really opened our eyes in a big, big way. We started to find out about the utility for XRP and other altcoins like it, namely XLM, XDC, IOTA, ADA, Hedera Hashgraph, and the like. And then we started to learn more and more about ISO 222 and how it was going to be implemented to change the financial system in the future. And literally we could see the milestones taking place. Now guys, having been around traditional finance for a long time, because I used to investigate international business corps and, you know, the flow of money between them and all this kind of stuff, I knew enough to know that most of these markets are manipulated one way or another. Now, the big way that they manipulate these markets is with sentiment and emotion. And at that time, back then, it was like fear on steroids, just like it is now. And they were selling this narrative that you do not want to touch this asset class. You are going to get burned and burned bad. Well, I knew enough to know that that was really a manipulative technique that a lot of major financial institutions use in order to accumulate. And you could actually see, thank God for the open ledgers on blockchain, eh? Because you can actually see the purchases that are being made and the volumes that are being made. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's not retail that's causing these markets to go up billions of dollars, go down billions of dollars. What you're dealing with is major institutions manipulating the market. So having said that, I'm doing the exact opposite. Judy and I literally went all in. And as money came in and we had more available, we just bought more. And at first, like I said, we started with Bitcoin. Well, we got out of Bitcoin. And in fact, we got out of Ethereum. And I was buying Bitcoin then, guys, at $6,000. And I think Ethereum around $200. Well, we got totally out of those into these altcoins that I had mentioned: XRP, XLM, VeChain, ADA, Cardano, Hedera Hashgraph. And we bought heavy into those. So much so, guys, that I can literally show you right now that in the positions that I still have, I'm up over 1,000% on those, even during this crash. That's how low what we were buying them. And like I say, they were just pushing the narrative. Don't buy. It's, you're 2, 3, 5, maybe even 10 years out before you'll ever see a profit, on and on and on. That was absolute hogwash. And that's what they were selling then. So guys, what I'm trying to say to you is That's what they're selling now. I'm going to show you guys that the same people that are singing that song, that are selling that narrative, are the ones that are buying up all of these assets at these rock bottom low prices. I don't want you to just take my word for it, because I have no other motivation in this situation other than to share this information with you, because I'm not getting any kickbacks, that's for sure. But I will show you these. Look at these next few images and these headlines that show you that these big whales, these major financial institutions, are loading up on these assets in the billions of dollars. So guys, are you seeing that? I want you to think about that for a second. These are the same people that are telling you that it's too risky for you, but they're diving in face first and gobbling up as much as they possibly can. When I was doing my initial research into this space, I came across a video by Tika Tawari on a Glenn Beck show. And I've showed it in one of my earlier videos, but I also watch other YouTubers, and one that I was watching today was Digital Asset Investor, so shout out to him. Anyway, he posted a little clip. I'm going to put it on here for you so you can see it, where Tika Tawari and Glenn Beck are talking about how they utilize this manipulative means to make it so that a lot of people are too absolutely terrified to get into the market when they should. Just check this out.
It's an enormous robbery, quite honestly.
It's a huge transfer of wealth that's happening right now. The last time I saw something like this was back during 1994 to 1995. In the early to mid 90s, individuals were making just enormous amounts of money buying companies like Dell, AOL, Microsoft, Netscape, and some of these smaller internet stocks. And the institutions had completely missed that bull market. And so they were scoffing at these so-called lemmings. And so during 1994 to 1995, we had a bit of a bear market. And so, again, institutions were out saying that, oh, anybody buying internet stocks, you're idiotic. And so you had a lot of people selling their AOL, selling their Microsoft, selling their Dell shares. Guess who was buying? It was the institutions. If you look at a chart of institutional allocation to venture capital internet deals, it doubled between 1994 to 1995, which was exactly when institutions were saying, oh, this is just a market for idiots. Mm-hmm. Nobody should be buying this stuff. Mm-hmm. So they literally stole all this wealth that should have been in the hands of individuals that owned Dell, Microsoft, and AOL. And then from 1995 to 2000, of course, we saw $5 trillion come into the market, and the biggest bull market we've ever seen. So this blueprint of creating fear in order to get cheap prices is nothing new. So
guys, do you hear that? This is a strategic weapon that they use in the market to benefit in ways that they don't want you and I to benefit from. We are totally being manipulated. And guys, I'll tell you another thing. They're not only manipulating us while it's down. When it gets way up here, they're manipulating the dickens out of us to buy more, buy more, buy more. What are they doing? They're offloading at that time. So guys, I don't follow their advice, these big bankers' advice. I follow their behavior. I can't be a whale. Most of us can't. Most of us don't have the resources even close to what these guys have. And yet we can benefit because we're going to follow their actions. And even the little bits that we put in can be life-changing for us. Just imagine, in that one asset, I made over $300,000 on Cardano. Now, and that was me, by the way, guys, that was me only putting in $4,000. Can you imagine if a person put in $400 and walked away with over, $30,000? And that happened, guys. And even now with the portion that I didn't sell, because we did cash in half our bag and kept half in, I'm still up over 1,000% on that. So I'm a believer, and you can understand why. I mean, it's been proved. But guys, I want you to see something else here to kind of reinforce the point of how they shill it when it's at the top and dump it at the bottom. Now, these two clips are from Jim Cramer. Watch the first one where he's telling everybody, oh, you got to get in. Hey, I got in and it's fantastic. Bitcoin's the best thing since sliced bread. And then listen to the next video and hear what he has to say and ask yourself, what's this guy trying to sell?
Have a pastiche of things that you should do your cash with? I'm all for it. I think it's almost irresponsible not to include it. Every treasurer should be going to boards of directors and saying, should we put a small portion of our cash in Bitcoin? It seems to be an interesting way to hedge against the rest of the environment. Nice hedge against fiat currency.
So, I mean, look, right now it looks like that everything's bad, and I'm not going to deny that every asset class is getting hurt. The one I'm most interested in is crypto, because a lot of people are in crypto, and crypto really does seem to be imploding. But it goes from 3 trillion to 1 trillion. Why should it stop at 1 trillion? There's no real value there.
Yep. So did you see and hear that, guys? I'm telling you, this guy's been activated. This guy is a puppet. He's just being used to shill the narrative on major social media and on the major networks where they know we're watching. They want to sell it to us like, good Lord Almighty, you could lose everything, your 401k, and don't do this and don't do that, and scaring us. So guys, what I'm trying to tell you in this video is the life-changing wealth and the dreams that I've achieved. I achieved them buying at the rock bottom bear low market and not believing the narrative that I wouldn't see any potential profits for maybe years and years out. That is hogwash, guys. I do not believe that narrative. And I also furthered my education learning how to read these markets, how to go through the fundamental analysis like I've showed you in prior videos, how to do some technical analysis so I can kind of gauge what I'm looking at and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, what I'm seeing right now is what I saw back in the lockdown, and it changed my life. And I'm telling you, that is what I'm doing. I am doing everything I can to position myself to benefit from this next major move, which is going to happen a whole lot sooner than what we're being told is going to happen. And I don't want you guys to miss out. I care about you. I care about what happens to your life. I don't want to get on here and say things just to, kind of fill you up with hopium. You don't have to believe it. This is my opinion, and I'm sharing you my personal experience. That's pretty hard to go against someone's personal experience, right? And I have seen it happen before, and I'm telling you, it's about to happen again. And I want you to be in the winner's circle when we get there. So guys, before I go, take a look at this beautiful little park here. I've shown it once before. Just really love doing these walks around these areas. So beautiful and peaceful, and helps to get the thoughts out. Well guys, as you know, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. But if you found value in it, would you hit that like and subscribe? Tell your friends and family so we can get this information into the hands of as many people as possible. I'd really appreciate that. And in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.